right now by looking at a floating serve. The players here will all serve the ball back and forth to each other. Before we even start, though, I want to show you the contact for a float serve. First of all, unlike a spike, the wrist is not going to roll over, but it's not going to be rigid. A rigid wrist tends to turn. We want the wrist to be comfortable and the hand and fingers to be comfortable. We lift the arm before we toss the ball. This is the only time in the sport that the game is stopped. So you control the speed of the ball, control the speed of your movement. So we lift the arm up here. We put the ball in the other hand in a comfortable spot. How far away from the body is as far as we're going to take a step. So if we put it way out here, we take too big a step. If we bring it in here, it's a shorter step. The right foot is back and turns sideways, and the left foot is pointed directly at the target. Now, the weight is going to transfer back to front, not up and down, not down to up, but we're going to have our legs slightly bend, and when we step with your left foot, we're a short step, we're going to toss the ball right above our right arm, and we're going to contact the ball above this shoulder with a slightly bent arm. So first, let's look at the shifting of the weight. Let's have Laura with the ball. She has her arm up and ready. She picks the ball up, takes a small step, shifts the weight, and contacts the ball. She contacts the ball with a comfortable hand. Now, beginning players, this seems too far and too hard. What we want to do is make sure that you learn to not go up and down, not overswing at the ball, but to be able to be coordinated with motion coming forward. So watch the motion here. Step forward. The weight comes forward and the weight is behind the ball. Watch her swing, watch her weight follow the ball. She's balanced even when she's done. Step, push. Now take a look at her back step. Take a look at her left foot. Watch her left foot and how she pushes on it, and it can straighten, but she steps, pushes on the back foot, which allows her to get strength and power into the ball. Watch how her back foot straightens as she pushes on it. And the weight goes from back to front. Notice when she's finished, she's balanced because she doesn't overstep and she doesn't overreach. Notice the distance she gets here. She gets great distance here, keeps her elbow low until she needs to transfer it high to contact the ball. But there's a distance here that can transfer into power. Watch. Way back and power the ball. Now, for some young kids, it's very difficult, as you're learning how, to contact the ball in all the hard parts of her hand. Laura's contacting the ball in every hard part. Watch. And you can hear it. Contact. Now, those of you who are young and having trouble, make your hand into a fist and contact the ball right here on the fist. It's the same as contacting the ball here and here, except now you're closing your hand and making all the parts of your hand hard so that you can feel that. Keep your wrist straight and hit it with your wrist. That's a good thing for young players. Now, as they get that, open the hand and try to get the ball on the hard parts of the hand again, without the fist. She's doing it. There's no extra motions here. And notice after she contacts the ball, where her arm finishes, in the middle of her body. And notice how she relaxes afterward. The energy is into the ball, and it's relaxed afterward. This is quality technique. Now we talk about something that separates you, and as you develop, you need to develop as a setter. The wrist is straight. You have to then, because the net is higher than your hand, or because of gravity bringing the ball down, the ball must go up before it goes down. So Laura's going to contact the ball with a straight wrist going up, behind, right in the middle behind the ball. As she contacts the ball, her hand is going to come back in this direction, and she's going to flatten, bring her wrist back, not forward. If if her hand comes forward, the wrist comes forward, the ball rolls over, and a ball that rolls over is easier to serve. So watch the contact, and watch the wrist. As she contacts the ball, the wrist comes back. Good, keep doing it. It's above her right shoulder.